we talk about screens, everyone seems to forget that the earliest computers didn't have screens at all. That's why computers in the 1970s and 1980s had black backgrounds with green text, similar to what you see in movies like The Matrix. In fact, the original computer screens started out in what we now call dark mode. But what is it about this dark mode? Is it just aesthetics, or is there something deeper at play? In life, every color tells a story, influencing our feelings and perception in ways that words cannot capture. The psychology of user interface design reveals that every color influences users' emotions and how they perceive information. Over time, the choice of color schemes and interfaces has become increasingly important, leading to the rise of dark UI themes in 2018. Major companies like Apple and Android introduced special color schemes, giving users the freedom to choose their preferences. Beyond comfort, dark mode carries an aesthetic appeal, often linked with sophistication and elegance. This subtle bias can lead users to view a website or app as more modern and professional. Generally, the dark mode has no color and therefore doesn't evoke the same emotional responses as brighter colors. This neutrality allows every user to pair it with other colors that carry different emotional meanings, creating a personalized digital experience that suits their mood and preferences at any moment. Recognizing this trend towards personalization, app developers have made the dark theme the default choice. By doing so, they have harnessed the power of contrast to direct users' attention to specific parts of the text and images, removing the clutter often found in lighter themes. Users are now drawn to dark mode for various reasons. Some simply enjoy the modern, sophisticated look it provides. Others appreciate the comfort it offers, especially in low-light settings. It's more than just a stylish trend, it's a practical tool that offers real benefits. Using popular Android apps in dark mode at maximum brightness can cut display battery consumption by up to 58.5%. This design reduces the amount of light emitted from the screen, which is especially helpful when you are in dimly lit environments. Dark mode helps lessen eye strain and makes reading on screens more comfortable, particularly during late-night sessions. Now imagine your device's battery life stretching a little further with every use. On OLED and AMOLED screens, where dark pixels use less power, dark mode not only reduces glare but also conserves energy. This dual benefit of comfort for your eyes and longer battery life has made dark mode a favorite feature for many. At full brightness, the impact is even more striking. Using dark mode can reduce power consumption by an average of 67%, proving it to be a smart choice for both your eyes and your device's endurance. Meanwhile, the rise of dark mode can be traced to a growing awareness of eye health in an era where we spend more time than ever in front of screens. With the rise of word processors, dark text on a white background, what we now call light mode, became the standard for most digital interfaces, mimicking the familiar look of ink on paper. Critics of dark mode often argue that it falls short in readability compared to light mode. The stark contrast between dark text and a white background offers a high contrast polarity, making text more readable. So users started seeking alternatives that would allow them to work, browse, and play without the relentless eye strain that bright screens can cause. And as more people experienced the comfort of dark mode, the demand increased. However, when it comes to HTML emails, dark mode can complicate things. The inversion of colors can lead to unintended effects. Black logos may seem to vanish, and white backgrounds might suddenly appear behind images. For late-night coders and designers, dark mode is more than a trend. The dark theme enhances text visibility and reduces eye fatigue, allowing professionals to focus on their tasks without experiencing discomfort. About 70% of them report that dark mode allows them to code for longer periods without the strain, making it an essential tool in their daily work. However, not everyone is without concerns. Some 31% of marketers point to automatic color inversion as a major challenge when working with dark mode, highlighting the ongoing adjustments needed to perfect this feature. In 2021, Chrome Platform Status reported that 22% of web traffic came from users who preferred dark mode. This trend is even more pronounced among Android users, with 81.9% of 2,500 surveyed opting for dark mode on their devices, apps, and beyond. Meanwhile, 9.9 switch between light and dark settings, tailoring their experience to the moment. Also, nearly 90% of popular apps now offer a dark mode option, showing just how widespread this preference has become. Marketers are taking note too, with 11% always using dark mode in their emails, and only 28% having no plans to incorporate it. Even in the world of email, dark mode is making its mark. In 2020, 29% of Outlook for Mac users with Mac OS and iOS had embraced dark mode, with that number expected to rise to 40% by the end of 2022. So, researchers found that when switching from low to mid brightness, dark mode saved only 3% to 9% of energy. But even at 30% brightness, dark mode still delivers an average of 14% power savings, proving that every little bit counts in the quest for efficiency. Back in December 2021, Chrome Platform Status revealed that 22% of web traffic came from users who preferred dark mode, a trend that has only grown stronger over time. In a world where bright white screens dominate, 59% of users report experiencing dry eyes, irritation, neck and shoulder pain, headaches, and even visual impairment due to prolonged exposure. The preference for dark mode isn't limited to mobile apps. In Microsoft Office products like Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, dark mode usage has increased by 60%, reflecting a change toward this eye-friendly feature. However, there has been an undeniable preference for this feature over light mode. A 2018 MIT AgeLab study explored how dark mode and light mode impact readability during tasks where we are often distracted, like checking directions while driving or glancing at an email in line for coffee. The study found no significant difference in readability between the two modes during the day, though light mode had a slight edge at night. Ultimately, it is the contrast and the context that makes the difference. If you are reading long-form articles at night, light mode might be easier on the eyes, but for quick interactions on social media or making fast decisions, dark mode could be more comfortable, or simply your preference. Take, for instance, the surge in popularity of dark mode on platforms like Twitter and Reddit. When Twitter introduced its Lights Out mode, users flocked to the setting, praising it not just for its sleek aesthetic, but for how it made late-night browsing more comfortable. The contrast of white text on a dark background is less harsh on the eyes, particularly in low-light environments. This is a practical advantage for night owls and those who spend long hours in front of screens, reducing eye strain and potentially improving sleep quality by minimizing exposure to bright screens before bed. Moreover, developers and coders have long been advocates of dark mode. Integrated development environments like Visual Studio Code offer dark themes that help reduce the glare from monitors during late-night coding sessions. The darker interface allows coders to focus more on the content, lines of code, without being distracted by the bright surroundings. It is not just about comfort, it's about productivity. Dark mode enables them to work longer hours without the discomfort that often comes with staring at a bright screen for extended periods. Now, it's clear that accessibility needs to be at the heart of the discussion. For users with visual impairments, having high contrast and clear readable text is essential. Dark mode, while stylish and easier on the eyes in low light, can sometimes fall short when it comes to text contrast, making it challenging for those with vision problems. On the other hand, light mode can cause harsh glare, impacting readability for others. Accessibility goes beyond just visual elements. For some, like those with conditions such as Irlen syndrome, where certain lights trigger discomfort, dark mode can be a game changer. It is crucial to consider these multifaceted needs when addressing accessibility in this debate. But what about the long-term effects of screen exposure? Does sticking to one type of contrast polarity have lasting impacts on our eyes? A fascinating study hints at the possible consequences. The research suggests that prolonged exposure to light mode might be linked to the development of myopia, or nearsightedness. The study observed that participants' eyes experienced significant changes depending on the mode they read in. Those reading in light mode showed a noticeable thinning of the eye membrane, especially in those who were already nearsighted. In contrast, dark mode seemed to promote membrane thickening. These findings suggest that while light mode might enhance short-term performance, it could come with a long-term cost to eye health. While dark mode can offer some benefits for people with certain visual impairments, such as those dealing with cataracts or cloudy vision, the research shows a clear trend. For most people with normal vision, light mode tends to provide a better overall experience. But why does light mode outperform dark mode? The answer lies in how our eyes work. When we use light mode, the increased brightness causes our pupils to contract, reducing spherical aberrations and increasing the depth of field. This means our eyes can focus on the details more effectively, reducing strain and fatigue. So for the average user, light mode not only makes the screen content clearer, but also helps maintain eye comfort over extended periods. Meanwhile, dark mode has also found its place in creative industries. For photographers, designers, and video editors, dark mode provides a neutral background that doesn't doesn't interfere with their work. It allows the colors and details of their projects to stand out more vividly against a dark backdrop, making it easier to focus on fine details and make precise adjustments. The accessibility studies have also seen users with low vision sometimes switching between dark and light mode in an attempt to gain clarity. In the end, the future is dark, quite literally, and it is here to stay. So, do you prefer the dark or light mode? Let us know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.